Everyone is asking the same question right now. Why are semiconductor stocks crashing? The answer has nothing to do with earnings, nothing to do with AI. It has everything to do with birthday balloons.
Wait, balloons?
Balloons. Let me show you exactly what happened and why it matters for every chip in every phone, laptop, and AI data center on the planet. You know helium, the gas that makes balloons float. Party trick. Kids love it. But helium has a second life that almost nobody talks about. It is the invisible backbone of every semiconductor on Earth.
How?
When a chip factory makes a processor, a GPU, a memory chip, anything, they have to cut incredibly precise patterns into silicon wafers. We are talking about patterns smaller than a virus. To do that with precision, you need to control temperature down to fractions of a degree. Helium is the only gas that can do this job. It is chemically inert, meaning it does not react with anything. It conducts heat perfectly, and it has no substitute.
So without helium, factories just stop?
Without helium, factories slow down, then stop, and the world runs out of chips. Now here's what happened 1 month ago. The United States and Israel launched military strikes against Iran. Iran retaliated, and they hit something most people had never heard of. Ras Laffan Industrial City, Qatar. It is the single largest concentration of helium production infrastructure in the entire world. Qatar's state energy company, Qatar Energy, extracts helium as a byproduct of natural gas. Ras Laffan produces up to 17 metric tons of helium every single day. Iranian drone strikes. Qatar Energy shut everything down. Force majeure declared. No restart date given.
1/3 of the world's helium just gone?
Gone overnight, and the Strait of Hormuz, the shipping corridor that carries this helium to the world, effectively closed. Two problems at once: no production, no shipping. Now let me show you who depends on this helium. South Korea, home of Samsung and SK Hynix, the world's largest memory chip makers. They got 55% of their helium from Qatar in 2025. Taiwan, home of TSMC, which makes chips for Apple, NVIDIA, AMD, and everyone else. Taiwan got 69% of its helium from the Gulf region.
That is almost all of it.
Almost all of it. And together, South Korea and Taiwan produce about 36% of all semiconductors on Earth. Spot helium prices jumped 70 to 100% within 1 week of the strikes. Phil Kornbluth, the leading helium consultant, said it is hard to imagine the supply chain returning to normal in less than 4 to 6 months.
So the whole world's chip supply depends on one factory in Qatar that just got blown up?
That is exactly right. And most investors had no idea this risk even existed. Now here is the important question. Do semiconductor companies have zero chips right now? No. Samsung and SK Hynix have months of inventory. TSMC says it does not anticipate immediate impact. So why are stocks falling?
Because the market is scared of what might happen?
Exactly. The stock market does not wait for problems to happen. It prices in the probability that problems might happen. Right now, the market is saying, if this conflict continues for 3 to 6 months, chip factories will slow down. Less production, higher costs, lower margins, lower earnings. And lower earnings mean lower stock prices. The market is not broken. The market is doing its job, pricing in uncertainty. But here is what the market might be overreacting to. The United States is actually the largest helium producer in the world. They can increase supply, but not fast enough to replace Qatar immediately. Russia also produces significant helium, but sanctions make it complicated for Western chip makers. And here's what gives me confidence. Linde, Air Liquide, Air Products, the industrial gas giants who distribute helium globally. They have long-term contracts, recycling systems, and strategic stockpiles. Semiconductors are at the top of the priority list when helium is rationed. Chips come before balloons, always.
So it might not be as bad as everyone thinks?
It might not be. But the market hates uncertainty, and right now, uncertainty is maximum. Let me summarize what happened. Iran war hit Qatar's helium facility, 1/3 of global helium supply. Offline overnight, South Korea and Taiwan, who make 36% of the world's chips, scrambling to find alternatives. Helium prices up 70 to 100%. Chip stocks falling, not because businesses are broken, because the market is pricing in a scenario where factories slow down production over the next 3 to 6 months. Is this a crash? No. Is this a correction? Yes. Will it recover? History says yes, every single time.
And what what about our NVIDIA position?
Great question. That is exactly what the next episode is about. I collected $710 from NVIDIA during this exact market crash, before anything happened. Wednesday on the channel, I will show you the exact trade, the exact numbers, and exactly what I am doing while the market panics. Subscribe so you don't miss it.